let's put a texture on the test car model. Now I've created a texture file which is a PNG file, and I've saved it in the LFS editor data PNG folder. Now if we go to page mode, I can add a new page, and there's my new texture, car bricks. Now the idea is to define a rectangle on this texture page called a cutout, and then we map the cutout onto a rectangle on the car. So cutout mode, new cutout, I'll call it right, and I will select this texture page, and then I adjust the rectangle. Now go to mapping mode, and I want to make a mapping from the right, so I pressed R to go to the right, and now I draw this rectangle using the right mouse button. Then I click new mapping, give it a name, and because I call it right, it's automatically assigned to the cutout named right. P for perspective mode. I can pull this texture out to the right without affecting anything. And now I need to select these triangles and assign them to this mapping. So in triangle mode, select the triangles and click on the color or mapping. And now it's mapped onto the vehicle. Now if I look over the other side, you'll see that's not really what we want. So I can create a new cutout called left, use car bricks texture, and then in mapping mode we will also make this right mapping use that cutout for the opposite side. So that's nearly what we want, but we've got to flip the mapping because it's mapped from the right. Okay, now let's create a mapping for the top of the car. Add a new cutout, top, using the same texture. Then in mapping mode, press V for top view, and I can create an accurate mapping. If I show object points, I can select diagonal points and make a box from the points. So this box will be used when I say new mapping, which I'll call top, and it's automatically assigned to the cutout that's called top. P for perspective view, and I want to see the mapping adjuster, so I'm going to switch off show object points, and there we have the mapping adjuster. I can pull it away a bit for convenience. In triangle mode, I'll select the roof triangles, scroll down, assign to top mapping or color. Now I'll make another top mapping for the bonnet and the boot. Cutout mode, new cutout, I'll just call it top 2. I'll use this area down to the right here. I will try mapping the boot and the bonnet to this same mapping. That's okay. And I'm going to do a mapping from the back, and I can probably use the same cutout. Select the back points and the front points, assign them to our new back mapping. Now let's try to make the windows transparent, and we'll need to use a texture with transparency, which is an alpha channel. So let's try and load a new page, and this is an alpha texture that was used for the XR windows. As you can see, it's transparent and has no other details on it. Let's create a cutout called window, and we'll also create a mapping, which I'll do from the right, and I'll just roughly cover the window. It doesn't matter exactly where it is because there's no detail in the texture. It's automatically assigned to the right cutout. Just move that out here. Now we actually need to set the material properties of this cutout, and actually we haven't assigned its texture. So we assign it to the right texture. Now here it's marked as solid, but we want it to be transparent. So we select alpha, and I want it shiny, because it's a window, and that's glass, and we'll say OK to that. Now in triangle mode we need to select these triangles and assign them to the new mapping. Is transparent. The colour needs adjustment.